Hello and welcome to another Punters Guide. And sadly, the weather is wreaking havoc. Thankfully, though, it's the all weather that keeps the show on the road. Be Kempton being the main meetings for the ITV cameras. Jason Weaver alongside me. Jason, the sand's saving the day. When will it stop raining?
Yeah, little bit of a nightmare, isn't it? No golf, no, the footy, everything else has been an absolute shocker. One thing about Kempton, we never tend to discuss the wind that much, do we? We're always saying at Newcastle, all strong headwind, but just be aware as to which way it is blowing for tomorrow. But some really class action there, Kempton, and also at Chelmsford.
Yeah, we have got a Kentucky Derby trial. We'll talk about that later as well. Yeah, you mentioned the windstorm, Kathleen due to blow in and whatever that brings as well. But let's look at the action. It's been rejigged, the ITV schedule. So we start with a novice contest. They're delaying it 5 minutes to 1:30. We'll be off at 1:35. And all of these, Jason, have got their futures in front of them.
Yeah, they have not nice little race to get us underway, actually. And James Horton has moved into his new spot now back at Newmarket. He'll want to get up and running. Interesting little horse, Grand Lad, who goes, little colt by acclamation, put up a really good performance on his racecourse debut. One of those, look, he's going to get a chunk of weight from the winner up the top, Sky Warrior, anyway. So that should... That should see James and the team get on the score sheet. I think he's not a bad type.
Okay, I'll look at that one. Yeah, wish James Horton well. Then we move on to the Snowdrop, the Fillies contest. We've got a couple in here rated three figures, bang on 100. And then we've got this interesting one, Many Tears, who signed off with J Lions with a listed success at Dundalk.
Yeah, was rated in the 70s when she managed to win that listed race at Dundalk. And that's exactly the same as Mystic Pearl, who goes for the Haggis team, also managed to win the listed race, rated 78. That was at Sandown. I think that when you go down through them, they have stepped forward quite significantly recently, whereas Choicia for the Crisford team has already proven herself at that level. And I think that her reliability up close to a triple-digit rating would make her a pretty confident selection. Many Tears and Mystic Pearl, when they won their listed races, they were only rated in the 70s. So we get a little bit of a false look. Obviously, the filly at the top, they bought her at the sales, 300,000 guineas. They'll be hoping she's good.
He certainly will be for that price tag. Let's move on then to the big betting race of the day. I mean, I remember the days when this was the big betting race, the bank holiday on the Jubilee turf, of course, the good old days at Kempton. We're on the all weather and plenty of old favourites lining up for it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people obviously latch on to Old Harrovian. He's been in sparkling form of late, definitely nowhere near his sort of ceiling rating at the moment, and he's a relatively lightly raced runner. I have to say, though, the Northern Raider coming down, Chillingham, the more I look at that run behind Pridwin at Wolverhampton, that sort of form jumped out a little bit. I know that Pridwin went on and won up at Newcastle in a race where they went no gallop whatsoever, but it's been given a real timely boost. He has only been nudged up £1 by the assessor. So Chillingham, yeah, one for the North.
On for the North then at Chillingham, interestingly. And obviously, he was due to go at Musselburgh last week that was called off, as was Sweet Fantasy, who looked like a leading player for the Queen's Prize. James Owen got this one. I know you fancied him at Musselburgh. Are you sticking with him for the Queen's Prize?
Yeah, look, he has to be, or she has to be of interest. I think, though, we just mentioned Pridwin. That race, the marathon, the all-weather championship, was run at a real married man's gallop, wasn't it? And Duty of Care did incredibly well to finish back in sixth spot. I still think he's well handicapped. I'm hoping for a bit more of a gallop with him. And he's sort of sneaking around there at double-digit odds, somewhere in around that. He looks a real strong each-way player. So Duty of Care, I think, for the Osborne team, that combo could go very well.
Okay, stick with Duty of Care then. Yes, he ran okay in the marathon. And then it's very rare that a Kempton meeting goes by with William Buick, Charlie Appley, the boys in blue having a winner. And they look to have won a good thing, very short price favourite in the Finnish conditions contest at 345.
Yeah, she was pretty impressive when she won up at Newmarket. It wasn't a particularly quick time. It was slower than the Group 3 on the card. It was the quicker of the two divisions of the race that she ran in. So, look, at 1-2. A lot of people will think, oh, we'll have a bit of Buick. He's fresh off a big success back home, isn't he, with Rebels Romance? So, yeah, Devoted Queen should prove far too good.
There we are then. Yeah, so that's Kempton covered. Let's just pop over to Chelmsford, though, because you wouldn't expect to see the winner of the Run for the Roses stepping up at Chelmsford, but it is a trial for the Kentucky Derby. 8 set to go to post. It's a £100,000 prize, Jason.
Yeah, it's a fantastic pot on offer. One of the horses who managed to win on all-weather finals there, Cuban Tiger, he's going to line up there. Orne has now shed his penalty that he's been trying to carry. And obviously with Aidan O'Brien coming over with Capulet. But look, Richard Hughes' team are in such good form at the moment. He ran Bracken's Laugh after winning his novice at Newbury. He threw him straight in the top level. Now, Richard Hughes, not a trainer that you will see fire them in at the top level just willy-nilly. He obviously feels that he's pretty good. I think that he has to be a better model this time round. Now he's strengthened and grown into his frame. And again, he's looking like he's a bit of an each-way player as well. He's close to double digits.
Interesting, yeah. Richard Hughes, then Finley Marsh teaming up with Bracken's Laugh. So that's the 6 races looked at on ITV off the weather. The weather has been wreaking havoc with the turf action. What would be your idea of the best bet on the card, Jace?
Well, you can sit here and say Devoted Queen will go and win at 1-2, but that's no good, is it? I think that Duty of Care is a massive each-way player. If you get an opportunity to watch the marathon back, he sat last on the way round, finished up in 6th. He's got good form at the track. No reason that he can't go well at a double-digit price.
Duty of Care then in the Queen's Prize. Thank goodness for the all-weather. Keeping the show on the road this weekend. And as always, of course, whatever you're back in, the very best luck. And please gamble responsibly.